Hey guys. Hey everybody. Hey Lizette. Request to join. Hey Christian. Thanks for joining us today. It's gonna be fun. It is my first guest at Sass Up Your Meal. My first guest. Let me see. I'm gonna try and request you, Lizette. Right, I requested you, Lizette. Hey,
Ah,
hey,
I'm on.
you made
I
it.
made it. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining me. You're
It's
my
my
very first
pleasure.
guest.
Really? Oh, that's so exciting.
Yes, on Sass Up Your Week, you're my very first guest.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Um,
you for having me.
of course. So this week, it is Let's Deconstruct exercise, right? And we're going to be talking to you. So quick intro on Lizette. Lizette is um, a hot mama who's a mama of four and has two grandbabies and is in fantastic shape and somebody I definitely look up to
Thank
um,
you.
as I go on in my journey. Actually, 4 years ago this week, I started my own wellness journey and I joined the workout group that we were both part of in hard bodies and all that. And I have not stopped exercising on a somewhat consistent basis and joining hard bodies whenever I can in these past 4 years. And it has really been life changing for me. And that's a little bit of background on my journey. And I would love for you to introduce yourself to your group, to the group, and for XL Fitness.
Okay, so yes, like you said, first of all, you've been doing amazing on your journey, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really, really amazing. So you are somebody that people should follow and look up to because you've been doing really, really good things.
Thank you.
I also started with hard bodies, and then I was there for a while, for a really long time, and then I kind of branched out onto my own and decided that
Hmm.
I wanted to do personal training because I love the group fitness. I still do
Hmm.
that, but I like connecting with people one on one
Hmm.
and getting an idea of what their fitness goals are and where they are in their life right now, especially women.
Yes.
Um, and it's fun for me. I really love it, and I enjoy connecting with them. So I kind of branched out and formed my own 4XL Fitness business, and now I'm a personal trainer.
Yes. And how did you start on your fitness journey? Like what was that spark for you or that love that brought you on this journey from being part of a group to loving it so much to becoming a personal trainer?
You know what it was? I loved the group thing because it really that's what got me into it to begin with because I like the connection with it's the stimulation with everybody that's around
Hmm.
you, that's in the class, that kind of gets you going. Um, and then it was just I feel like I wanted to just whatever I was feeling
Hmm.
during that time, I wanted to extend out to someone else and have them have the same feeling. So becoming a personal trainer was definitely something that, sorry, you see one of mine? I
Hi.
knew it was going to pop up sometime. But, I've always been active in exercise. And I stopped for a while, as we always do. We kind of get caught up in life and we stop, and then we wind up eating wrong and kind of falling off track. But after I had Elijah, who is now 8, that's when I really got serious about it.
Hmm.
And I wanted to always maintain that, my physique and just mentally, it helped me a lot get through a lot of things as well.
We're
So
gonna
that
get
was a big plus for me.
yes, we'll get into that mental
Yes.
part.
Yeah.
But first, a lot of my clients that struggle with working out say, oh my gosh, they don't have the motivation. And I can totally get that. What do you recommend for someone who is struggling with motivation to just get up and do it, do something, right?
Hmm. So a big thing is to get a really good trainer. No,
No pun.
no, I know.
She
No,
does
but
Zoom workouts.
I know. I really think that you have to have a strong support group, even if
Mhm.
it's one person that
Mhm.
holds your hand through the journey and you guys do it together, no matter who
Mhm.
it is, and you guys help hold each other accountable. That helps a lot. That's a big motivator. Um, you know, it's very hard to get motivated. We all know that. But
Mhm.
I think that once we have somebody else along with us that helps
Mhm.
us, I think that's the perfect start. And
Yeah.
that's really, really a good start. I also think that, it's so funny. I'm on IG all the time and I'm watching fitness influencers all the time. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I think I want to try this. I want to try that. So, and connecting with people that have something in common with you, like being a mom, connecting with other mothers, even if you're not a mom, connecting with women who own their own businesses or
Mhm.
professionally, they're very busy, connecting with people on the same level as you and keeping them, helping you to stay motivated as well.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. And that actually helped me too. Just having people, even if it's in the small group or one-on-one, I feel like having a personal trainer is one of the best investments that you can do because not only like if you find yourself not knowing the right form or feeling hurt for some reason, but it's maybe because you're not doing it the right way or you're pushing yourself too hard, it's really important to have that expert by your side, I feel like too.
Yeah.
And the whole mom part was essential too for me because I started after I had my second child too. And I would see these moms with like three, four kids and they were badasses. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to be like
Yeah.
that. Like,
You're
screw
like, wait a
this.
minute.
Like, what is not clicking for me? Like, I need to get
Yeah.
on it because if they could do it, then I can do it. And that's usually
Yes.
what happens.
Yes.
The good influence. And yes, Instagram is good too when you follow really good influencers because you see people working out and they have like that adrenaline rush and you're sitting there and you're like, I want
Yeah.
to feel that way, so I'm gonna
You're
get
like,
up and do
yes.
it.
Yeah. And it's not even the ones like, you see the ones that are really buff and in great in shape. I also like looking at the ones that always just started out and they're
Hmm.
not scared to share their story because that's very important too. Like they're not, all diesel and they have big muscles. They're starting out. So they're showing you from beginning and they're showing you their progress and they're not ashamed of it. And that's really
Hmm.
important to look at too. And I think that if they can do it, anybody could do it. So that's like something really good to look at.
Yeah, that's good too. Now, on this whole journey, what do you feel is a good way to fit this into your schedule? Because I know another big concern is time. Oh, I don't have time. How do I do this? I have a full-time job. I'm a mom of little kids. What's your recommendation on fitting this into your schedule?
First of all, it's really hard. As we all
Yeah.
know, it's very hard.
Hmm.
But you have to take that time, even if it's 30 minutes, even if you can fit in an hour, whether it's first thing in the morning before everybody gets up in the morning.
Hmm.
I have a routine. I wake up in the morning before anybody else gets up. I take that 30 minutes just to mentally, either it's meditate or mentally get myself prepared for the day.
Hmm.
Um, you can even exercise during that time. But again, take walks. If you are super, super busy, come home from work, take a long walk, do something. Figure out a time in your day, look at your schedule, and there is going to be at least 30 to 40 minutes where you will be able to do something.
Yeah.
You just have to figure it out and force yourself to do it because it's really important.
Do you think you need to work out every single day?
No, I don't think you need to work out every single day. And that's the misconception. A lot of people think they have to
Hmm.
work out. Oh, I got to do it 5, 6 times a day. No, you can do it 3 times a day.
Hmm.
You can get your kids involved. You can get, your husband involved. Even if you're a single mom, it's you and your kids, whatever the situation
Yeah.
may be. Even have the family go on long walks after dinner or, do something together. But you don't have to kill yourself doing it 6, 7 times a day. Even if you have 3 days, it's fine. I train clients. I have people that come to me twice a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not something you have to stress yourself about to do 7 days a week.
Yes, I love that you mentioned that. And when I
Yeah.
started my journey, people would say, you must work out every single day. And I'm like, I don't have time to work out every single day.
Yeah.
I literally go one time a week, maybe twice.
Yeah.
But, it's the consistency of it, right? And it's the pushing yourself, even if you're working out for 30 minutes, you can increase how much you push yourself and how much you do things. Now, what about during COVID? People are stuck at home, don't feel comfortable going to the gym. What can they do? Aside, yes, going for walks, but what can they do at home?
Right. So the good thing about COVID, I mean, COVID was horrible for all of us. A lot of people did fall off. It was a really big mental thing for people too, besides
Mhm.
physically. But the good thing about it is there's connections like this. You can go on Zoom. Um, you can FaceTime somebody. There's so many other outlets. You can go on the computer and there's so many different things that you can look at. 30-minute exercises, 10-minute yoga, look on YouTube, you can look on Instagram, even
Mhm.
Facebook. And that helped, I think, a lot of people also. I mean, if you try to buy weights right now, hand weights anywhere, you can't get
Yeah,
them
they're
because people
crazy.
started to do that. And they're still doing it now. Even though some gyms are open, they're still comfortable and they've built a routine at home where they can squeeze it in, which is
Hmm.
good too. So, always looking, like I said, social media, this is a positive thing that social media does have that can help you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for saying that because a lot of now going into that, I want to kind of deconstruct the whole exercise thing because,
Hmm.
for example, a lot of my clients say, well, like, I don't have the right outfit to work out. I don't have the right sneakers. I don't have the right, like, I have to do 30 minutes of something strenuous, things that they don't like to do. Do you think that's the right approach? Do you really need the right outfit or the right do a certain specific thing?
No, girl, half the time my hair is up in a bun. You're lucky if I'm even like my hair is washed, okay? I
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
on a big t-shirt sometimes. I have on whatever leggings that I can throw on at the moment. I mean, the whole thing about working out is feeling comfortable. So wearing
Mhm.
comfortable clothes, I don't care what it is. It could be a pajama top and whatever you're comfortable in. You have comfortable sneakers, that's fine. You don't have to have the perfect look, the right outfit. It's whatever you feel comfortable in. And again, it doesn't have to be 30 minutes. Even if you have 15 minutes, you can do a quick, high energy exercise in 15 minutes. That's all you
Mhm.
need to help you feel energized, get your heart rate going, and get you ready for the day. So, or I mean, really, the whole misconception with that is, again, people look on Instagram or Facebook and they see the models and with the pretty outfits and things like that. It's
Yeah.
it's really not about that. I could walk in there, like I said, ripped up shirt, baggy, sweatpants. As long as I'm comfortable and I'm getting my work done, I'm fine. And that's how
Yeah.
people should feel too. It's not a
Awesome.
fashion show. You're going to work out, you're going to sweat.
You're gonna be gross.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
might as
that's your
well.
purpose. Yeah. That's the purpose.
Yeah, and also simulating, I guess we underestimated how much, especially in New York City, your commute counted as physical activity, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And it's been a struggle for people because that mile that you used to walk every day, that time where you used to chase after the train or the bus is
Yes.
not there anymore. We're just sitting, 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 sitting. And I
Yeah.
know one of my clients, she's like, oh, the commute. So I recommended to her that she just take a backpack and fill it up with crap and go for a walk around her neighborhood like she was going to go commute, right? What do
Yeah.
you think about that?
That's
Is that a
I
form of
think that's
working out?
perfect. Yeah, I think
Awesome.
that's great. That's a good idea. And like I said, that goes back to taking a walk and getting back into that. First of all, it gets her back into the mind frame so that when she does actually go back into that commute, she's not like, overly tired and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. That's a great idea. So she can throw a bunch of stuff in her backpack and take a couple of walks around the block again, or just walking. A lot of people that have during quarantine got animals, got pets, got dogs.
Yes, 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 yes.
So I remember reading that like all the like the Humane Society, all the dogs were taken. So
Hmm.
that right there is a plus because that's what you're going to walk with. You're going to walk your dog. It's good for your dog. It's good for
Good
you.
for you.
So, but that was a great idea to, get her to keep doing that and get used to doing that whole commute thing.
Cool, cool. And what about when you get into a rut? That's a big one too.
That's
Like you
hard. Yeah.
start and then you're so motivated, and then like 4 weeks in, maybe you're not seeing progress that you want to see, or you
Hmm.
get bored. How do you get out of that rut?
Yeah, so that happens plenty of times. It's happened to me a lot of times.
Yeah,
Um,
me
but
too.
what I yeah, but what I notice is the first thing I do is a lot of people rely on the scale a lot, and that's not important. The
Mhm.
scale is not your friend. Um, and it's great once in a while to see, but I always go by inches. And I feel like when people get on the scale and they have this intention in their mind to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to drop 5 pounds this week. And then they go on the scale and they don't, that's a problem. Then they get
Mhm.
upset. Then they get discouraged. So the scale is something that I definitely do not recommend. Yes, once in a while, but not every day, not every week, like maybe once every 2 to 3 months, you're going to rely on your inches. Um, you're falling into a rut because you have a cheat day. And then you're like, huh, I'm going to have another cheat day and another
Mhm.
cheat day. That's where you have somebody that is your, I want to say like buddy, like workout buddy, or somebody that you can kind of reach out to, and you two have to work together. Or even if it's a small group of people, they're
Mhm.
all going to hold you accountable. No, no, no. Let's go, honey. Let's get it back on track. Let's get it together. So that's, also helps with the motivation and to keep you out of that rut.
Ah, these are such great tips. I hope, and anyone listening in, if you have questions, feel free to ask questions. Now, talking about, and also remind me, weighs more than fat, right? So you
Yes.
might be building your muscles, and this is why you don't see movement on the scale, right?
Yes, girl, that's right. I don't listen. Sometimes I'm like, why am I not seeing anything changing? But if you're in the
But you
gym
have,
and you're building muscle and and don't the big misconception too that I find that women think is that if I lift heavy weight and I lift a lot of weight, I'm going to be huge and big, and that's not true. You're going to
Mhm.
be nice and lean. You're going to be shaped out. But muscle burns fat. So
Yes.
right? So you want to burn your fat. So it's not going to make you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So don't worry about it. You're going to look nice and shaped and shaped out nice. Your butt's going to look nice, your legs, your arms, everything's going to look nice and toned. So in that case, muscle does weigh more than fat. So that's why the scale is not really going to give you the appropriate weight that you're looking for.
Yes, you hear that, ladies?
Yeah.
Don't rely. Try on those jeans before you weigh yourself on the
Yes,
scale.
that's exactly what you do. Try on your clothes first.
Yes. Now, let's get into the whole mental part, right?
Yeah.
Unexpected benefits of working out because, yeah, you get in shape. Yeah, you lose weight. Yeah, you gain muscle. But what are these unexpected benefits of working out?
So, I didn't realize I suffered from postpartum depression with all my kids. So it was
Mhm.
I mean, it was really bad. Elijah was my last child, and that was my worst. Um, and I noticed that when I literally had him in the carrier. I mean, I was lucky enough to go to a class where, it was family owned. So I was able to put my son in the carrier, bring him to the class, stick him in the corner, and let him sleep and take the class. But what I noticed was that it really did benefit me mentally and pull me out of that postpartum depression. Even now, with work, I'm a nurse manager, so I'm all into that whole thing with the COVID and managing a whole staff,
Mm.
high anxiety, high stress. And, you know, exercise lets you release all of that. It really does. And a lot of people are like, they get home from work and a lot of the clients will say, oh, I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to go to sleep. That's the wrong thing to do. That's what keeps you down.
Mhm.
Exercise gets all the good endorphins going in your body, all the good hormones, and it's really, really important. It keeps you calm, actually. After you exercise, you feel
Yes.
so good, and it actually calms you down. And you can
Mhm.
get all your stress out and anger for the day or whatever it is that you're going through. It helps with depression. It really is very, very key and very important. Instead of taking a lot of medication, some people rely on medications too.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to take it, and that's okay. You have to take it, but put in that exercise with it, and I mean, it will really help a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And towards the end, um, I keep working out just because it keeps me in a good mental space. I
Yes.
also struggled. I know there's a lot of moms on here. I also struggled with some sort of postpartum and like feeling down. And when I first started my journey 4 years ago this week, literally my son was like 5 months old. I got up one day after following people on Instagram for so long, and I said, you know what? This is it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I got up early. I pumped. I left the
Yes.
bottle on the dresser and I was like,
Yeah.
I am out for a little bit. And
Yeah.
I had never stopped since. And I would notice that I would not go some days because I said, I would say, oh, I'm tired, right? It's that little voice in your head. And
Hmm.
then I would realize how angry I was at myself because I
Yeah.
didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Um, and then it just clicked. It's like, I feel good. I have two boys 2 years apart. So I had a baby and a 2-year-old.
Oh
And
yeah.
as they grew up, I noticed how much more patient I was, how much
Hmm.
more happier I was, how much more calm. Everything you're saying, I experienced through working out, which, and
Yes.
again, not every day, maybe
Hmm.
once a week. And that lasted me enough serotonin throughout the
Yeah.
week
Yeah. That was
not
a
to
good
lose my
enough.
crap, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Ah, we
That's
have a
very true.
question here.
Oh,
Hey,
we do.
Joe. What time of the day is the best time to exercise?
Uh, the best time of day to exercise is the best time of day that you have available. There's no right time to work out. It's not like, oh, I got to get up at 6 in the morning. Whatever
Mhm.
time that you have available that you can commit to yourself, 15, 30, 40 an hour, whatever you can do, that's the best time to exercise.
Yeah, I love that. And I
Yeah.
also feel what something that has worked for me is that, plans change and things change, especially when you're a mom. So
Yeah.
sometimes the day or the time that I had planned to work out, it just didn't work because
Right.
something else came up. But I made sure to reschedule that. And it's like, okay, now feel bad about it, but say like, all right, it didn't happen because of XYZ, but tomorrow I'm gonna make sure that I do this.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Yep. Very, very important. And like you said, even if you can't get it in the day that you plan it, don't get down
Hmm.
about it. Don't get upset. Just do it the next day. Um, it's for us, it's really important because our lives are so busy. It's always good to kind of keep and jot down the night before, just quickly jot down what you have to do for the day and kind of try to see where you can slip it in, look at the day ahead. Um, and again, sometimes it doesn't go the way you always planned, but fit it in where you can. If it doesn't happen that day, like you said, do it the next day.
That's great. I love that. Now, let's go into other benefits. The emotional part is so important too, but as a nutrition person, it really helps out your digestive system. What do you think?
Yes, I agree 100%. Um, when you eat crappy foods, you notice that your skin doesn't look good. You're not regular when you're,
Hmm.
going to the bathroom. So let's be
Hmm.
honest.
That's important. Guys,
Yeah,
that helps you lose weight in the scale. Come
yes,
on, let it go.
yes, it gets rid of all the toxins. Let's be real.
No, we're real on here. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
yeah,
I always tell my clients, don't weigh yourself before going to the bathroom.
yeah.
And
Don't
at the end of the
do
day,
that first, and then,
yes, and
but
then weigh yourself.
yeah, no, nutrition is so, so important. And choosing the right meals, choosing the right, the right type of when you're going to eat, the right times of day. Um, don't have crazy huge meals, one meal a day. That's not going to help you.
Hmm.
I have this is my little water jug.
Yes, you
You
see, we
have your,
always carry
yes, you
water.
see? And it's cute. It tells you like the times every 2 hours. It tells you when to drink. So it's a good reminder. Um, so it's very important. I mean, my daughter is vegan,
Okay.
so um, she's also teaching me a lot more about just eating my vegetables, eating very clean.
Yeah.
But it has helped me and helps you lose weight. It helps you feel good. When you're exercising, you feel even better.
Yes.
So, yeah. So
That
that's
combination.
yeah. Hi, Jade. She's there somewhere. She's like, that's me.
Oh, okay. Yes, my brother's vegan, so I've learned a lot from him too, and just exploring, right? Seeing what's out
Yes,
there. I'm kind of all-inclusive type person, but like in a very healthy way. So I love exploring and trying to do things that are vegan too, because it does make a difference.
it does.
Smoothies, celery juice. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Um, Celery is like one of the things that are like at the bottom of my list, but I can totally see how that
Celery
helps.
juice, you don't like it?
No, I just don't like celery in general.
Yeah, you know
I
what? It's so funny. I drank it and I actually liked it
uh-huh.
in the juice form than
Okay.
eating it in whole form. And tiny
Ah,
little, like 4 ounces, take a
yeah.
shot and try like that. They always say you
Yes.
have to try something, what, like 3 times in order for your taste buds to change?
Yep.
Yeah,
Those
so
that's one of the tips that I always give my clients. You should try as long as it's not making you sick, you should
exactly.
try the same foods over and over again, prepared in different ways,
Yep,
at different places, because you never know. Maybe it's just the way it was prepared, or maybe your taste buds will get used to them
yep.
by like the fifth, 10th time you try it, right?
Yeah, that's very true. No, that's true. I hated oatmeal. And when I was nursing, they were like, well, eat
Ah,
oatmeal because it increases your milk supply. So I
hmm.
literally forced myself and I hated it, but I would try it over and over again until my taste buds actually got used to it. And now I love it. So, unless you're like really, that you really don't like it, no matter how many times you try it, it's not to
Yeah.
force it, but at least give it a try a few times and see
Yeah.
if it's something that you can tolerate or that you like.
Awesome. So let's see. Oh, I think we have something here. What is the truth about protein powders? Is it important if I just want to shed pounds? Ooh, protein powders.
Yeah. So, I really don't advise a lot of my clients to take protein. I think that you can get a lot of your protein from food.
Hmm.
Um, if you really, and it depends on how you want to use it. Like to shed pounds, are you using it as a replacement meal? Um, so, and you have to look at things that don't have a lot of like crap in it, to be honest. Like there's a lot of things that are in some of these protein powders that are not good for you at all. So,
Hmm.
my son we use a vegan protein powder if we need to use it. I really don't use protein powders at all, but I'll rely on the protein through my food.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. So now let's get to it. If some moms on here just have 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and they want to get something really effective done, what kind of workouts can they do to get like a full body, well-rounded workout at home?
Full body, jumping jacks, jump squats, burpees. Burpees are my thing.
Oh gosh. Guys, I trained with Lizette, you know?
If you were late to class, the whole class was doing burpees. Everybody suffered. Um, just high energy, quick 15-minute um, exercises. So push ups, sit ups, jumping jacks, jump squats, lunges, things like anything that's going to get your heart rate going. If you have a treadmill at home, get on the treadmill 15 minutes, high incline, either walk up. If you can't run, do a little jog, fast walking, um, things like that. Quick little things anything that'll get your heart rate up.
Yeah, awesome. And guys, use your environment. If you live in a building, if you have stairs at home, climb those stairs. Carry your
Yes.
kid. Carry your
Yes.
kid.
Yep.
I carry my kids. I mean, now they're getting a little too heavy, but I
Yeah.
would squat with them.
Yes. Yep. I used to squat with Elijah, do the lunges with Elijah.
Yeah.
I mean, even bridges, if you're, trying to tone up your butt, if you lay on your back and your knees are bent and you put your baby on your belly or your son or your child, your daughter, and push your hips up all the way up to the ceiling. I mean, squeeze your butt. That's good weight. That's extra weight. So
Mm,
you can carry your kids. You can do anything like that. Stairs, excellent. That was excellent.
awesome. Now, I know a lot of mommies, one of their main pain point area, I guess you should say, is around the belly and maybe
Yes.
like cellulite around the butt and thighs. Do you have any recommendations for that?
Well, I still have an issue with that too. I'm not gonna, it's hard for us because I
Yeah.
have 4 kids. Even if you have 2 or 1, it's hard for us as women. That's naturally where we retain water, a lot of
Hmm.
water, and we hold our fat. So again, uh, it's not just about doing sit-ups because people will think I have to do 50, 60, 100 sit-ups and a million squats. It's a combination. So it's a combination of your diet, drink a lot of water, eat good food, get your exercise in. You can't pinpoint a certain area of your body to train it and have it go away. That's not how it works. The body's going to respond as a whole. You can, yes, when you're training your legs, you have a leg day, you have an arm day, you have a total body day, but that doesn't mean that you can just pinpoint your abs or your thighs or your cellulite. You really have to you have to have good nutrition. Nutrition plays a big part in all of that.
Yeah, definitely agree with that point.
Yes.
It is definitely a combination of both. Let
Yes.
me see. I think, can you provide us with the right diet meals? Ooh.
Diet meals. Well, first of all, you have to make sure um, I have clients that they have high cholesterol. I'm also a nurse, so I'm also on the nurse side of it too. So I'm
Yes.
always like, yeah, I'm always asking, about how their body is. Do you have diabetes or are you borderline or things like that? So diet is important and it pertains specifically to you and your
Hmm.
body and whatever's going on with you personally. Um, Good diet, wake up in the morning, just a little idea. You can wake up in the morning, have nice oatmeal, fresh bowl of fruit. Couple hours later, have a snack, but something healthy like an apple with peanut butter. That's really good. Then you're
Hmm.
gonna have a nice lunch. I do this measuring thing where a fist is considered a cup. So 2 fists is considered 2 cups. So if you're going to have something for lunch, have your palm size worth of protein, which would be fish, chicken, whatever your choice is, and 2 fistfuls of vegetables is your lunch. Even if you have good carbs, sweet potatoes, very, very good to have. Um, like I said before, oatmeal is good to have. So if you eat about 6 meals a day, but again, choose healthy meals, that'll
Hmm.
keep your metabolism going. It's like if you have a fire burning in a furnace, and the only way to keep the fire burning is to add more wood, right? So it keeps burning and burning and burning. So if you stop adding wood to the fire, what happens to the fire? It dies down, it doesn't burn anymore. That's the same thing with your metabolism. If you don't keep feeding it and feeding it, it's not going to burn the calories or it's not going to burn the fat. So you have to do it
Hmm.
enough every couple of hours, eat healthy. So those are just a couple of examples of things that like I would eat. Um, I have like a cup of like chili, turkey chili with sweet potatoes, zucchini. Everything's thrown in with a lot of vegetables thrown into it. Again, if you're vegan, then you're basically eating vegetables all the time.
Tofu, edamame are
Yes,
good protein options.
yes, yes,
Some vegetables have a lot of protein, like broccoli,
exactly.
tempeh, all those things. There are certainly um, some options out there, and like the vegan protein powder, if you need it in that instance, right, to keep
Yes,
full and things
vegan
like
protein.
that.
Yeah, it's really good. Anything that's gluten free is also very good because it doesn't have us get bloated. So
Hmm.
that's a really good thing too. Don't have anything with gluten free, anything with gluten in it. Um, there are breads. Ezekiel bread is out there. There's a
Hmm.
bread that I just tried. It's called
Yeah.
UDI. Yeah,
Yep.
so that's also something really good. There's a pasta. I can't remember the name of it right now. I think it's
It's okay.
Banda or Bon. It's a chickpea
Yeah,
pasta.
the chickpea pasta.
Yes, it's at
Yeah.
Costco. They have it. Get it. That's awesome too. It's really, really light. You don't feel heavy.
Yeah.
So just choose wisely what you're gonna
Yeah.
eat.
And whole grains are very important, just
Yep.
like you mentioned.
Yes.
I just had a client who has been doing fantastic with nutrition and whole grains and all that. And she goes, "Oh, we ordered out and I took like 3 spoonfuls of white rice." And she goes, "It was really eye-opening because I felt bloated
Yeah. Isn't it
and
crazy?
uncomfortable." And I'm like, I
It's
love those
crazy.
moments because it just light bulbs that moment for you, right?
It definitely does. It definitely does. Especially like you said, if you're eating really, really well and you just have something that's off of your normal um, good nutrition, you
Hmm.
definitely feel it the next day. You can feel it that within an hour of eating it, or
Yeah,
you
within an
definitely feel it
hour.
the next. It's crazy. It is
Yeah.
really crazy.
Now, moving back to exercise, one
Hmm.
thing that I always hear a lot as well, and you touched on it a little bit, is I'm so tired. I don't have energy.
Yeah.
Do you think that getting a workout in at some point, like obviously there's some days that you're more exhausted than the next, but if you're
Right.
just thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, wasting time thinking about it, do you really think that getting a workout in will make you more tired, especially in the long run?
I don't, because I think a lot of the time, if you're physically tired, let's say you have a very physically demanding job. Yes, you're
Hmm.
tired because you have a physically demanding job. But I also think a lot of the tiredness comes from depression, anxiety, and stress. So it's more of a being mentally tired. And you
Hmm.
mistaken that for being physically tired. So you just say, oh, I'm tired. Because, yeah, you're stressed out. Of course, you're going to be tired. You're having anxiety. As soon as you settle, you're exhausted because mentally you're exhausted. So I
Hmm.
think that having that exercise is very important and it keeps you energized. If anybody that has worked out ever, even if it's for 15, 30 minutes, you cannot tell me that your blood doesn't start flowing, that you don't feel energized, that you don't feel like you can take on the world after that. So, yes, there are days you are physically tired, but don't mistake it for being mentally exhausted. And then
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So there's a difference between the two.
Yes, mindfulness, guys, is really
Yeah.
important to check in with yourself because we just go and one of the positive things about COVID, I guess, if there's something, is that it kind of slowed us down to kind of check in with ourselves in a way.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's just go, 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 go without thinking on autopilot. And now if you really take the time to check in and say, how am I really feeling? And I've definitely noticed that difference between being mentally exhausted and tired. One, having a physically demanding job, but now a lot of people are working from home and they
Mm-hmm.
don't get that break. They're on a screen all the time for recreation, for work, for
Yes.
errands, all these things. So it can really get you mentally tired and like you're tired from like here up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So getting that workout in kind of flows the blood back up and gives
Mm-hmm.
you that energy. You need the oxygen back up to your brain. You need
Yes.
the blood.
Yeah, and that's very true. Everybody that's been working from home this whole entire quarantine, I mean, they're saying they actually put in more hours at home than they
Yeah.
did in the office. And if you think about it, those that commuted actually had their workout because they walked to
Yeah.
wherever they had to go to. They took the train, they walked a couple of blocks. So it is very different. So they have to not mistaken the tiredness. From sitting in front of the computer all day for really being tired and not wanting to do anything.
Yeah,
Because I
I
think a lot
agree.
of it is a mental thing. So,
Yeah. I myself used to walk at least 5 miles in one day, commuting and dropping kids off and picking them up
yeah.
and all that. And I started to notice like my hips would get really tight and I fell into that funk. And then one time I was trying to get up and I felt like an old lady and I was like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we need to do something
Yeah.
about this. I can't be feeling like
Yeah.
an old lady.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
Um,
no, this isn't happening right now.
no. We have another comment. Why do all the gyms get full the first 2 weeks of January and then everyone loses motivation? Are New Year fitness goals just a myth? Asking for a friend.
Yes, they are a myth, so don't do that. It's so funny because all of a sudden the gyms are completely packed, right? The first 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and then they're empty again. So it's the ones that stay there the whole time. You have to set realistic goals for yourself. So don't
Hmm.
start the new year saying, I'm going to go to the gym every day and I'm going to join a gym and it's not realistic because you know
Yeah.
you didn't do it before. Because if you did, then you know what I mean? You would have had done it already, right? So you
Hmm.
didn't do it before. Don't set unrealistic goals. Set goals that you know that you can work on little by little. So don't wait till January.
Yes.
Why wait till January?
Start now. I
Start
start in
right
November.
now. Like get off of this when we're done and do something for 15 minutes.
Yes, do some
Like
squats.
yeah, there's no better time to start than right now. Don't give yourself this whole idea. So, New Year's resolutions, I don't believe in them. Throw them out the window. No matter what it is, start it now. Don't
Yes, it's
wait.
a you resolution. You resolution.
Yes, exactly.
It's really funny because then the regulars get annoyed because all these people that are going to be gone in 2 weeks are taking up your
They do.
space.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah,
do
and
get
I
annoyed. They
I
get very
agree.
annoyed.
Yes, and then they're gone. You don't see them till next year.
And they're gone. And you know what, too? It's funny because a lot of them will come into the gym. They don't know how to use the equipment. They don't know what they're doing. Who can they ask? They haven't built relationships with anybody, and I think that's a problem too. They come to the gym for 2 weeks. They kind of think they do it. They think they know what they're doing. They haven't
Hmm.
researched enough, and then they bounce out. They're done. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's not good either. You want to remain consistent. So, you
yeah.
want to make sure you set these tiny goals for yourself. Get as much information as you can. Get educated on what you want to do, who you want to do, learn it from, how you want to do it. It's really, really important.
That's a really good point that you're bringing up, and we touched on it in the beginning a little bit because you can really get hurt. Like right now, my IT ban is like killing me, but I know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Before, I didn't know, and it would really discourage me, and I would think to myself, "Oh, I'm just not meant to work out. I'm just not meant to
Yes.
run. My
Mm-hmm.
body is not for that." That's not true. I didn't know what I was doing, and then when I something like my IT band being super tight right now, I didn't know how to fix it. So
Yeah.
then I would give up.
Yeah.
And that's when it's good to have a personal trainer, someone to tell you. I swear it's one of the best investments you can make for yourself.
I will agree. It definitely is. And a lot of people will say their first thing they tell me when they finally do come, I don't have the time, um, or
Yeah.
it's not in my budget, which I get, but
Hmm.
find somebody that is within your budget. There are
Yeah.
personal trainers that are, you know, their pricing, is very high. And then there are ones that will work with you. You just have to investigate and find out. And, people think personal trainer, oh, they're so expensive. They're super expensive. And no, it's not like that
Yeah.
at all. So,
Yeah.
it's a very, very good investment for you. Like I said, I have clients that come to me twice a week. I have clients that come to me 3. I have clients that come to me 4. I have someone who's going to come to me 5 days. So it all depends on them, on you personally, what you need.
Okay. And what do you think about personal training over Zoom? Can you do that?
Yeah, I think I mean, for people too, because some people are uncomfortable going back into the gyms,
Yeah.
wearing a mask. That's a big
Hmm.
thing. They feel like they're not going to be able to breathe. Um, and that causes a lot of anxiety for some people too. I get that. I understand that. So Zoom is awesome for that. I think Zoom is great. You can get a personal trainer on Zoom and do a one-on-one through Zoom. You can do classes on Zoom. You can do a lot of
Hmm.
different things on Zoom, and some people are really, really good with it, and they actually keep up with it more than you would think, as if they were to go in person.
Yeah. And can you tell someone's form if they're doing something incorrectly
You
through the video?
can. I prefer to look at you like
Yeah.
if it's me, I'll be like, okay, turn sideways, turn front, turn back.
Exactly.
Like I'll make
Exactly.
you do a 360 so I can
Yeah.
make sure, because I'm very, very big on form. Um, I'm very big on looking at you and seeing how your form is. That's my main concern right off the bat. Because if
Mhm.
your form is wrong, everything else follows. If your foundation is wrong, then everything else that I do with you is going to be wrong. Eventually, that's a recipe for disaster and you could possibly get hurt. So for me, form is super, super important. I was an ex dancer, so I mean, form was important for me. So yes, that's why when I work with my clients, that's the first thing I work on is their form.
Good. I'm gonna throw it out there because one thing on my bucket list is to be a backup dancer for like J-Lo or Pitbull or something.
Yeah, do it,
And I'm
girl. Start. Let's go.
I
I'll
don't
do it
know
with you.
when. Can you train? can we practice? Because that's on my bucket list. And I'm like, I'm gonna be the vieja on stage that's not gonna look like
Yeah.
a vieja shaking my butt because it's on my bucket list and
Yeah,
like time is
exactly.
ticking.
Let's go. Let's start. We'll start doing it today. Tonight after this.
We should do a live. You should teach
I
us.
know. I
Maybe
know.
we
I
can do one
would. I
next time.
would. Yeah, next time we'll do something.
That sounds fun. Get everybody moving on a Sunday night, starting your week off right.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see. Let me see what else I have here. What else do you want to share? I wanted to bring something up. We went over emotional benefits of working out,
Hmm.
obviously the physical um, benefits of working out, and actually another part of the physical benefits of working out is reproductive energy, you guys. Like it gets the blood flowing. It's good for you. That's
Yes.
another one. And then also cognitive benefits. There are cognitive benefits that can improve your memory,
Yes.
um, stop Alzheimer's from coming along, dementia. And
Yes.
you're a
Hmm.
nurse, so can you talk more about the positive cognitive benefits of exercise?
Yes, it's very important. It does help with all those things that you just mentioned. Also, there's a lot of patients that'll come in that are high diabetic, like their sugar is high and they're on borderline. Soon as they start to work out, that's it. They're not diabetic anymore. So it really, people don't understand high blood pressure. They come in, their blood pressure is through the roof. The doctor wants to give them medication. They start a good diet, they start working out, their blood pressure drops. So, I
Yes.
mean, it's not, exercise is such a key thing in your life, physically, mentally, and people don't understand it. They think it's such a chore,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they think that they have to look a certain way, and it's not
Yes.
just about, yes, of course you want to form your body and you want to tighten here and do certain things like that, which is great. Eventually all that'll happen, but the
Mm-hmm.
main goal is for you to be healthy, want to stay healthy, and feel healthy. And it's good for, like you said, mentally it's so good. And physically, what else? Diabetes, high blood pressure,
Yeah.
people with kidney issues, anything that you can think of, any ailment that you can think of, exercise will help with.
Yeah. And guys, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I mean, one time I was dancing in my living room to Sierra's Level Up, and my Apple Watch was like, "Did you just go for a run?"
Yeah, see it,
And
that's
I was
it.
just,
Yeah, it could be anything. It could be dancing, like you said. It could be running,
yeah,
like you said earlier, about running up and down the stairs. It could be absolutely anything. Anything
yeah,
that's fun that you like to do it, that you know is going to raise your heart rate, do it.
yeah.
Riding
That's the
bikes.
key.
A lot
Hmm.
of people started riding bikes during quarantine because they had to get out of the house. They had to do something. So they started riding bikes. I mean, anything that you can. This one says, I want to be a dancer for Cardi B. I'm sorry, that's a laugh.
Yes, Christian,
Yeah.
you're gonna take me if you make it
Yeah,
there.
hello. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and I think you said a key word there, fun, because another misconception is that people say, "Oh, I have to do this workout. I have to do this." You don't. There's so many things out there. What brings joy to you? What brings fun to you? Like even a workout like yoga, depending on the one you do, can raise your heart rate.
Oh, yeah.
Depending,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, definitely. There's a girl, her name is Sarah Beth. I'm like obsessed. I'm obsessed with her. She's really, really good. And I'll tell you why. I now suffer from seizures. So
Hmm.
I exercise has actually helped me with keeping them in line and keeping, not having any issues, reoccurrences. So that's another thing going back into the physical. But this lady, Sarah Beth Yoga, um, she's awesome. She does like 10 or 15-minute clips, but she did like a neck and shoulder one. And I had an
Hmm.
issue with my neck after the first episode that I had. And when I tell you I did it, it went right back into where it was supposed to be, the alignment. It
Wow.
was great. And her yoga, it's stretching, which is relaxing. But some of them can definitely raise your heart rate. And you
Yeah,
think that holding a
absolutely.
pose is not going to do that, but it does. but it's also very calming. So if you're not into that like high energy hit exercise, you have the yoga, which is more calming, and
Hmm.
you're still sweating and your heart rate is still going up.
Yeah, yeah. So don't think that you need to do something that your friends are doing if it doesn't serve you, that you're
Exactly.
seeing on Instagram if it doesn't serve you. Like
Yeah.
go twerk, go run up
Yeah.
and down.
Go to work. Yes.
Go, yeah, seriously. Go do
Yeah.
all these things because that counts, you know. At least if yeah, if you don't want to do those more structured workouts every single day or every
Yeah.
single time, you don't need to. Like they're good to do,
Right.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
They're good to do, but if it just if you don't feel it's fun for you all the time, then don't just switch it off and do something else.
Yeah.
So, Christian, you can go dance the Cardi B. It's okay.
Yes. Yes, you can. And we'll watch or we'll be there with you.
Yes, the backup dancer.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to say for women, um, muscle building is good for your bones. So later on in
Yeah.
life, it will help prevent osteoporosis, which is good. So, lifting weights, and it doesn't have to be 100-pound weights. It could be a 5-pound weight. It could be, you know, 2 pounds, whatever you choose. It's really good for your bones. So that's very important also.
Yeah. What do you recommend? Would you recommend like ankle weights and wrist weights and things like that
Yeah.
to like move around?
Yeah. Ankle weights, wrist weights. I have a home client who used to wear her wrist weights, and then we would do band work. And then when she did her jumping jack, she had her wrist weights on. So if you don't want to do heavy weights, you can definitely use ankle weights and the wrist weights. Those are good. Bands are excellent. I love bands. Bands are really nice because they
Hmm.
can give you, depending on the type of band that you have, they can give you the resistance that you need. That's
Yeah.
just right. So that'll help you tone up your muscles too. Doesn't
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
have to be weights.
Yeah, and that's great because it doesn't take up that much space. Maybe
Yeah.
some people don't have that much room in their home to store equipment, so bands can fit anywhere.
Yes. Very true.
Awesome. And I mean, I know we're not traveling much these days, but bands is something that you can take with you,
Yes, you
right?
can put
Like
them in your, yeah.
don't throw away your routines just because you're going on vacation. It's part of you, right? What do you think
Yes.
about that?
Yes, I think that's very, very good. You can bring your bands, your ankle weights. I mean, your suitcase might be a little heavy, but it's okay. That'll be part of your workout, dragging it through the airport.
Exactly.
No, so
Wherever
that's
you're
good.
going.
Yeah.
I made this rule because there was one or two times that I went somewhere and I didn't take any workout clothes because it was a quick trip, right? And I was like, "Oh, I won't need it. It's just for the weekend." And then I found a moment where I wanted to work out and I didn't have it with me. So
Yeah.
that's the first thing I pack now, my workout clothes whenever I'm
Yep.
going anywhere for any amount of time.
Yep.
Oh, let's see. Should I wear those sweat bodysuits when running?
Well, unless you're going to be training like Rocky, I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to wear the whole suit. But it's good to sweat. I mean, I wear a sweatband around my waist.
Yeah.
If it's a sweet sweatband. Um, so I wear that around my waist because I want to sweat there. Want to get a little good sweat around that area.
Hmm.
Because again, hold a lot of water. But you don't have to wear a whole suit. You could wear layers. Wear tank top, long sleeve shirt, sweatshirt. Um, you don't have to wear a whole suit. You could just wear layers for that.
Yeah. And if you're like getting super hot, maybe you can overheat, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe
You
like,
just you just want to take it easy. You just want to, wear the layers and peel them off as you can.
yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
sweat either way, so it's fine.
Exactly. That is true. So I think Instagram has this thing where it kicks you off after you have an hour. So we have 4 minutes left, and I want to make
Okay.
sure that we leave some tips for everyone that's on how to get a good workout in. And we have a question. Do you think those sweatbands are good in your opinion? Oh, the sweatbands
The
around your waist, I'm
sweatbands.
assuming. Yeah.
Yes, I like them personally myself. I like them. They do give you a good sweat. Um, I mean, for me, I like them. A lot of my clients use them. again, for women, a lot of us hold a lot of water. So
Hmm.
again, it kind of, and I don't, some people sweat more than others. So I feel like if you're not one that sweats a lot, but you really want to get a good sweat, that's actually a good thing to put on.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. That's a
Yeah.
good one to know.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's see what tips we can leave, like motivation, energy for people to get up. Come on, ladies, to get some sort of movement in. You might be mentally tired, not physically tired. What can we leave them with?
Let's leave them with that. That's really important that you're not physically tired, you're mentally tired. So shake
Hmm.
that off. Put stickies on your mirror when you wake up in the morning. Give yourself little reminders. I'm going to do this today. I'm awesome today. I'm not tired. You know, continually tell yourself that you can do this. There's no wrong time to start. You're going to start whenever you want to start is now. Don't wait till January, New Year's resolution. There's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just try to remain positive. And again, get a buddy, get anybody, get a group of people, and just get it started going. Just anything that you want to do. Like I said, if it's walking, running, remember that this is beneficial for your health for the rest of your life. This is an investment
Hmm.
for you, for your health for the rest of your life. It isn't about, yes, you're going to look hot. You will, but it's
Hmm.
just, this is really important for your health, especially if you're a parent or even if you're not a parent, just for you in general as a person. You want to be healthy. So, think of it that way. And again, leave little stickies around the house. Remind yourself, get up in the morning, be happy, be positive, listen to motivational things on. I'm always listening to
Yeah.
motivational things on YouTube, constantly listening to them. When I go to sleep at night, I put something on at night while I'm sleeping. So, things like that helps keep you motivated. Um, Again, get that group, get that buddy, whatever it is, and that'll get you. I think that's really, really big, very important to have.
Yeah. And where can they follow you, Lizette? Where can people reach you,
Yeah,
use you as motivation?
I'm at 4XL underscore fitness 19. I had to look up at this. I was like, yeah, I'm at 4XL underscore fitness 19. Um, you can find me there. My phone number is on there. You can DM me. You can call me. You can text me. I'm very open. I like to help anybody that I can, because it's not like I'm somebody that doesn't know and hasn't had anything happening in her life. I've experienced certain things. So, any chance that I can give back to somebody to help them to be healthy and want to do this, work out and feel good, I'm there. I'm open.
And like Lizette said, it's all about the motivation and having somebody there and being part of a group, even if it is online.
Yeah.
It helps to have somebody there, right? So
Yeah,
even
it does.
following her, leaning on with your friends, joining together, all those things help. And knowing that it's so much more than just losing weight
Yes.
or
Yeah.
um, staying in shape. Yeah, that is awesome. But the mental benefits from it, all the other lifelong benefits, like it's crazy that people have so many positive, like their diabetes goes away.
It
You guys,
does.
that's a
It's,
big deal.
yeah, I see it every day. It's amazing. It's really amazing what the body can do. So, you
Yeah.
know, have realistic goals set for yourself.
Yes, I love that.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This
This
has
is
been great.
fun. Yes.
Yes, I hope it was great for everybody else. And
Yes.
maybe it seems like everybody wants to get a little move on. We can do something
Yeah,
like
maybe
that.
one day we'll do something. Yes, we'll put that in the works.
I love it. So have a great night, everybody. Have
Yes.
a great start to your week and go do some squats.
Yeah, go do some squats. Like now. Give me 10.
You want to do it? Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
Let's
my
do.
leggings on. Oh, I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
get
Oh,
my
I
hood
have
off.
mine too.
Yes, yes,
I have
yes.
my shirt
I
on,
love
everything.
it. I love it.
Thank you so
Uh,
much for having me. This was awesome.
Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, thanks
Oh,
everybody.
Zumba Zoom. We'll
Yes,
we'll
Zumba Zoom. Yes,
see.
we'll get it going.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.